I'm Mindy Donner. This story is The Way of Wu Wei by Solala Towler, and it's told with his permission. In the Middle Kingdom there lived a great emperor who had everything he could have wanted. He awoke each morning to the soft caresses of one of his wives or another, and then he went out to breakfast on his beautiful patio overlooking a manicured garden, and there were his own birds flying overhead and singing sweet songs while he dined on the finest of foods. But he was not happy. He knew he lacked something, but what it was he did not know. And there were many people hanging on in his palace, and all of them advised him if only he would listen to them, he would find the secret of happiness, the purpose of his life. Well, one by one, he weeded out these people in these groups until he had but two groups left, the Confucians and the Taoists. Now, the Confucians were stately people and elegant, and they moved with deliberate grace and performed old rituals and rites and tried to convince the emperor that if only he would restore and reinvigorate all these old rituals and rites in his palace and abide by them, then he would rise to prominence unknown, and his realm would be remembered forever, if only. And now the other group, the Taoists, were a body lot. They drank quite a lot. And when they weren't drinking, they were pretty busy pursuing the ladies-in-waiting of the court. And they made these strange, animal-like movements and proceeded to sing at all hours. Well, the emperor thought about how he could find the secret of life from them. Now, the Taoist leader said rather rudely, "Well, we cannot tell you, but we can show you." So the emperor thought about how he could bring this about. And he thought, a competition between the two groups to produce a mural that would show the meaning of life. And he led them to a great chamber deep within the palace. And there was an empty room of enormous proportions with curtain down the middle, and empty floors and walls. And he told them that they would perform their duties in constructing and painting the best mural that they could possibly imagine. And they would have all sorts of things at their disposal, any equipment, any materials. And so right away, the Confucians ordered every color that there was to be had in the royal storeroom. And then they set about ordering drafting tools and paintbrushes. And they set about prepping the walls and measuring and making drafts of their designs. And when he stopped in to look at them, the emperor was very gratified. Now, the Taoists ordered just about nothing but cases of wine. And then they went about sitting on the now empty cases and singing old drinking songs at the top of their lungs day and night. When they weren't doing that, they had ordered some polishing rags, some cloths, and they were polishing the great wall until it shone. And now, the day of the competition was to be announced. The emperor came to see who would be the winner. He went to the Confucians' side first. And oh, the marvelous mural they had constructed and painted on the wall was like none other. There was the lake in front of his palace, and ducks floating on the lake. And then there were the buildings of the city with windows, and people could be seen peering through the windows. And then there was himself at the edge of the mural. And oh, they caught his noble brow just so, and his best profile. And there he was, with his mouth open, no doubt giving orders to vanquish the army's foes. He was so pleased. He knew in his heart who had won the competition. But it was only fair to look at the Taoist work. And so he had the whole entourage of Confucians come with him to the other side. And they looked, and they looked, and they looked. The wall was blank. Yes, it shone from all the polishing. What is this? This is how you show your respect for me, the emperor? Is this how you curry my favor? A blank wall? Well, the leader, who was slightly tipsy, "Oh, great emperor, please draw back the curtain and you will see." And the curtain was drawn back. And then everyone could see the reflection of the Confucians' mural on the Taoist wall. But because of some trick of the play of light, everything was animated, everything moved. The water was flowing, and the ducks swam and flapped their wings, and birds fluttered overhead, and people were speaking and moving behind their windows. And at the edge of the mural, the emperor himself was speaking and urging his troops on, and his beard was fluttering in the breeze. It was life. And the emperor was silent. He didn't know what to say. Finally, "How have you done this? How have you created this?" Well, the Taoists kind of hung their heads. In our formlessness, we have created this life. And then they addressed it. They addressed the Confucians. And, "Oh, great Confucians, we congratulate you, for you have made a most precise duplicate of life outside the palace. But in your industriousness, you have created a two-dimensional, flat illusion of life. Lifeless. And we, in our formlessness, have allowed space for life to appear." Ah, the emperor knew that this was a secret of life. And the winner, he announced, the Taoists would come and be his advisors and the teachers of the land. And this they did till he drew his last breath and mounted the great dragon to the heavens to become one of the immortals. Please check out the website for all things Taoist by Solala Towler in Eugene, Oregon. Thank you.